Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a sold-out Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Straight ahead, it's Wildcard weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Well on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Allen going to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Allen. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On play action, Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Bengals are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Big 13.
Now Burrow. Fighting to stay upright. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. And that is very well done there as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the handoff, it's Singletary. Good strength, but not able to get a whole lot. Tackled shy of the 10. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
The Bengals with 2 extra DBs. A nickel look on 3rd.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Here's Allen. He hits Beasley right side. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And he's got his man here, Beasley. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. On play action, Allen. Flushed out right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down, a run with Breida. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On is the punter, Hawk, as he gets this one away.
Taking it about the 16. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now Burrow on first down. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
No score after one on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Good running right there, and this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
11.
Now it's Mixon running right. Oh, he bowls over him. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5.
11.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
12.
Now Joe Mixon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the place and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TV. And We'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. You often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll be in search of their initial points in the contest, trailing 9-0 as they begin with a first down. Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. From the gun, it's Allen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Allen off the play fake. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The Bills on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Allen again. Able to get away. Escaping the pressure right. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They go play action with Burrow.
Now Burrow loses the football.
Now this is picked up by the Bills. The big fella. He's at the 50. The 40. He's at the 30. Past the 20. 10. 5. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Now the extra point. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now.
Makes the score Bengals 9, Bills 7. Final backs, the kickoff of the ball.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Sims going to go ahead and hold on to this one, and they'll start at the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a one-score game.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they go play action now. Burrow. A throw to the flat here for McKissick. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Burrow. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
First down. Here's Burrow. His throw incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To Mixon on the check down. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
For the field goal of 47-yard attempt.
And And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. On the give, this is Singletary. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's taken to the 26. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with a 2-point lead in hand, they may not do anything too aggressive here. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their respective locker rooms. To find out who advances to the divisional round, let's get you back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Steven Sims now on the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Steven Sims. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Bengals.
Talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I would guarantee you in their locker room, they talk about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. On the return, it's McKenzie.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Working with a 2nd and 3. They go counter with Breida. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To the air, Allen. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen sliding out of the pocket. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Allen now on first down. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. 7 yards the pickup there.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
Three yards remain for second down. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Allen to Beasley, first down, Buffalo.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now Allen off the bootleg. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing now is Allen. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Trey Hendrickson drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up fourth down. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get him back within one score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. They'll get this out wide to Boyd. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, Mixon. He gets away from one. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. They had 2 straight first downs. Now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run on first down. Nixon, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 7.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round one here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Second and 7.
Let's go. 11.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. The quick slant caught. Touchdown Bengals. From 10 yards out. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
Well, that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. So the shotgun snap to Allen.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Being chased out left. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Now Allen, gotta have this one.
And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. From the gun, it's Allen. Going up top. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory.
So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They run here with Singletary. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Third and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Singletary. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. One final try here for Allen. Steps away. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Bills have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Here's Sims to return. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? I mean, you think of an explosive play. Most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. On first down, Mixon. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Second and 11 now.
Ready? 11 MT, 11 MT. 11 Thomas.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree.
And the Bills are right back in this football game.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome.
So after the INT, it's Allen, eluding the pressure right. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. They'll run on first down with Singletary. Powerful running. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Singletary again. And he'll go down at the 28. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On play action, Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he'll get this back across the midfield. Striping down to the 47-yard line.
Well, my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
On first down, here's Breida. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Allen. Flushed out right. He hits Beasley right side. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on third down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Allen. He'll go right back to Beasley. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
7 yards, the pickup there.
He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Second down and 3. On the option, Allen will keep it.
And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Now Allen. Then he finds Beasley, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. Here's Allen. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. To throw is Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy, because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Ready? Ready, set. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 11 mighty, 11 mighty.
Here's Burrow. Connecting with Mixon.
And a timeout is called. So now you're looking at probably just one final play from back in their own territory, and they're going to need a miracle. Now Burrow. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And losing in this wild card round, you know, they've got something to build on, though, for next year. But I don't know if they want to hear that right now.
Maybe not at the moment, but once they get away from it a little bit and they get into their off-season program, they'll start to talk about that. And I like how you framed it, building blocks, you know, building this program up. And one of my favorite coaches always talks about brick by brick, you build a program. And this is one of those bricks to build them towards the next season where they think they have a chance to advance farther in the playoffs.